So tonight I just wanted to discuss how to close a workshop or a one-on-one, and how to get people onto a loyalty rewards program. Probably two of the hardest things to do when introducing the oils to people. I guess also another hard thing that people might find is, how do I start the conversation about oils to people? How do I, certain people might need certain oils, but do you say to them, hey, I've got these oils, or like, how do you bring that up to them? Because I know a lot of people really struggle with that. So I might touch on that first. A few tips that I do in bringing up things to people, like you don't understand how many people are actually watching what you do on Facebook. The amount of people that have said to me, oh, I was just going to ask you about such and such, or I've got a bit of anxiety. I saw you put a post on Facebook, and you think, okay, like they might not like it. You might not realise that they've seen it, but there are more people watching you than what you know about. So getting it on Facebook obviously is one thing, and just letting it be known to people that this is something that you are doing as a business. Obviously inviting people to workshops, but I always just have them in my handbag for a start. Getting an oil in the hand of somebody, best thing to do is the peppermint and wild orange in the hand. Really hits home to people. But like if I knew someone was suffering in anxiety and they were talking to me about it, I'd be like, look, are you really open to trying something new? I've got blah, blah, blah that might be really, really helpful to you. It's much better on your body, and it's much cheaper than any medication that you could possibly use. Just little things like that. Just give them a little sample. A roller bottle only has to have a few drops in it with some coconut oil. But getting oils into the hands, you can talk all day to some people, but some people need that moment where they go, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I lend my diffuser. Anything, just anything. I've got spare diffusers for that purpose. And I always write down and make sure I know who has the diffuser, because there has been times where I'm like, oh my God, where is that damn diffuser? So really getting people, like if there's my friend, for example, she has a little boy who was really, really unwell. She'd been up all night with him because he couldn't sleep, because he couldn't breathe. I was like, look, take this home, gave her some On Garden Easy Air, gave her a roller bottle with some peppermint for his temperature. Take this home, use it. She said he had the best night's sleep. Bang, all of a sudden she's interested in oils where she had no interest before. So just little things like that. When people, you notice things, you start to notice all the time. So that is showing your passion. And this needs to come through when you do a workshop or a one-on-one with people. You need to show your passion, because if you don't, you're just selling something and you could just be trying to make money, and people can smell that a mile off. So you need to really have that passion for everything. Like, oh my gosh, you know what I use this for? Tell them your stories, tell them your experiences, tell them, you lent an oil to someone and this is what happened. My husband loves this, and make it relatable to them. If you know somebody suffers with asthma and you've helped somebody with asthma, tell them that story. But the close of a workshop is really important. You need to make sure everyone's engaged still. You don't want to let it go on too long. People start asking heaps of questions, and that's great, but we need to rein it in a little, just so it doesn't go too long and you lose people. People start getting up, walking away from the table, getting really, really distracted. If you can just bring them back in, say, look, I've got 5 more minutes of your time. We'll end it. We'll finish up here. I just want to let you know how you can get these amazing oils. Then you go through, I say, look, there's 3 steps that you can do to get these oils. The first one is, if you just really, really want one oil, you can pay retail and you can get it through the host, and you sort of explain to them that way. The second way is, if you wanted 3 or 4 oils, but you're happy to pay wholesale prices, we'll set you up an account. You pay $35 to set up the wholesale account, so you will get 25% off retail prices. But the best way to get your oils is to get a kit. So you show them, you have 5 ml in the 15 ml bottles. You hold up the different sizes so they can kind of understand. This one has 85 drops. This one has 250. 85 drops is $15.85 a bottle. The 250 drops is $27.50 a bottle, plus you get your diffuser. So you're getting 10 oils at a much reduced price. When you look at frankincense being $90 wholesale, you're getting it for either $15.85 or $27.50. Frankincense is often my draw card. Okay, I really wanted frankincense. I don't want to pay $90 for it. I don't want to pay $35. And stress, you don't have to pay the $35 wholesale account fee, the setup fee, if you want to create an account, but you're getting 10 oils instead of 3 or 4. And somebody who says to me, oh no, I really just want the 3 oils. I added up. Okay, so we've got Easy Air, Ice Blue, Peppermint. Wow, that's over $100. You're only getting 3 oils, but you can get 10 for you get 11 for $174. Most people, 9 times out of 10, sometimes you get those people who just, no, I'm going to do it this way. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to get somebody who says, no, I want the 10 oils. And you point out, look, you need the tea tree for this. This is what you're asking questions all the way through the workshop. You're listening to what everybody's saying. Less talking, more listening. Because if you're listening to everybody's little cues, you're like, right, Mary just was talking about her son has asthma, her husband has snoring issues, the daughter has skin, and you're like, right, lavender. Mental note of all the things that everybody is talking about, like, so then at the end you can say, look, this is the Easy Air for your son's asthma and your husband's snoring, the lavender and the frankincense and tea tree for your daughter's skin. So then they're seeing how they can use them. And you need to reassure them, don't worry, I have a Facebook group or that we can join you to. I'm always on hand. Always reassure them that there's more information when they're going to leave. To get them on loyalty rewards program, I always talk about it. People leave this out because they're scared of it. But you must just say, look, I'm going to give you some information on the loyalty rewards program. It's a reward system for purchasing every month. You don't have to purchase a minimum amount, just as long as you purchase something. You can purchase a lip balm if you want to. And then just go through the steps of, don't go into too much detail because they just don't get it. Like, it's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. PV, LRP, all these little abbreviations, they're just lost. So if you just say, you were talking about your anxiety, this is a great way. Getting the mid-management kit is a great way to start your loyalty rewards program. Or some people want an extra diffuser and a coconut oil, blah, blah, blah. Say, right, we can add that to your next order. We don't want to get it all at once. We're going to save you some money. We're going to reward you for that. We're going to get you some points and we'll put it in the next order. You can change it if you want to, right up until the 12th or 14th of May, whatever date you choose to set it off. They'll reward you with a free oil. I'll let you know what the free oil of the month is. And you've got to show them the value. Like, say somebody wanted juniper berry. This is instead of a sleeping tablet. Point out the things that you can use all these oils for, cleaning products, whatever it is that they're looking at, and how you're going to save them money and not have to go to Woolies to get it and not have to make Woolies rich, basically, how they can get something back. You've got to show them how they can get something back. I add them to it, even if you're just putting 3 oils in and they're not even at 100 PV, just get them started on it. It doesn't have to be. If they think that they've got to spend all this money, it's not going to happen. But if they just want 2 extra oils, put it in the LRP for the following month. Don't get them to buy it that day because they've now created the LRP. It's a possibility they're going to go into that little cart after they get their oils and go, oh, I might add this and I might add that. I always give them a little welcome package with some roller bottles and a free wild orange or whatever oils I've got spare. So they're getting something and they're leaving with something and it's exciting for them. So they can go home and, get into the little bits of information that you've got. In that package, I always put about Fast Start, loyalty rewards program. I have a little sheet with the top 10 oils, and just a few little bits of information so they can just go home and stick something on the fridge so they can look at it, refer to it later. So it is a bit nerve-wracking to start talking about the loyalty rewards program, but please don't leave it out, or ask them. Some people are worried about budget. Tell them, what, if you have a workshop, you'll get your next loyalty rewards order for free virtually, or you'll get a lot of money off it, or show them how they can get a little bit of money for their next loyalty rewards. So that's a really good way to lock in another workshop too, because they want more oils, but they don't want to pay for them. So getting them to have a little workshop and say, look, you've probably had so much information in your head today. It's great to have a refresher workshop. Then you can remember more stuff. You've actually got your oils. You can start playing with them at home. And then when you've got your oils, it'll be more easy for you to absorb. What else? Where is this? Oh, sorry, I'll just show you this. Yeah, I'll share my screen. So this is in Essential Business, and this is what I give to people when they're thinking about getting oils, or if I do a one-on-one, it's how to purchase our oils. It's a complete breakdown of how to get the oils, what they can get. And it's good for me to refer to so I can remember how they're going to save money and all sorts of things like that. So this is a really good little, it's called How to Purchase Our Oils. It's a file in Essential Business, and it's something that is really, really good to refer to. Print out, take with you, hand it over, hand them a form from the Empower Kit, and yeah, it's pretty, once you start doing it all the time, it gets pretty easy. You start to learn, where are we? I've lost my screen. I've lost you all. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. That's better. You're back. Yeah, it starts to get a lot easier. I'm going to unmute everybody. Is there any questions that you guys have about any of the things that we talked about?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yep.
I had someone starting with the LRP, but it wasn't really going fast with enrolling new people under her. Not for herself to start a team, but just for me to get new people under her so that she would earn points. There were 2, I think, in the meantime. But so she just stopped her LRP because of her financial situation. And what do you do with that? Like, so she definitely can use the oils really well for her health, but still she decided to stop it because of the finances.
Yeah. Well,
can I just clarify something very quickly before Naomi starts answering the question? No one gets points for anyone else's LRP. So first of all, you only get points from your LRP. From someone else's LRPs, you get money.
That's what I was going to say. AR balance. So people do get confused with AR balance. And so I always say to people, just call AR your money and the rest is points. But what you should point out when you put somebody on the loyalty rewards program is, before you cancel it, contact me, because when you're about to cancel it, if you cancel it and you want to go back on the loyalty rewards program, you're going to lose your percentage of how many points you get back. So if she's been on say you've been on the loyalty rewards program for 3 months, you're going to go up in your percentage back. When you've been on it for 13 months, you'll get 30% back in points. so that's almost half of your point value back. So say I put in 100 PV, I'm going to get quite a bit back for that. It'd be like worth $60. If you put in 100 PV, you're getting about $60 worth of product back. And that's a good thing to point out to them, like, just put in a lip balm, just put in a wild orange, a lemongrass. Pick something cheap if you can't afford it that month. Maybe ask some of your friends. Like, some people just don't want to do the business, but they're happy to, you know, a friend wants 1 or 2 oils. Maybe ask a friend if they want a couple of oils. That will bulk up your LRP for the month. But yeah, offer them a workshop. Say, look, let's have a workshop so you can get this loyalty rewards program. You can get money off it. You're not spending all your own money, but you're still getting points, and you're not going to lose your percentage.
Another thing would be to trade the products that they are already buying at the supermarket for doTERRA products. And they are fantastic. Like, my hair, it's fantastic with the doTERRA shampoo. I love it. The cleaning products, the hand wash, it's amazing. Like, doTERRA has a lot of products that people, it's already spending the money at the supermarket. And at the end of the day, when the loyalty rewards program is working for you at that 30%, it is not really expensive to buy those products from doTERRA rather than buying them from the supermarket. Like, Charlie had always, since I met him, we have been together for 13 years. He has always had an itchy back. Guess what happened when he started using the doTERRA soap? Not the soap, the doTERRA body wash. He doesn't have an itchy back anymore, and he has like, we're running out of body wash. You know, it's awesome.
Yeah,
they are very good products, and you will spend that money anyway at the supermarket. So just look, don't buy your cleaning products or your toothpaste and your shampoo from Woolworths. Support me and support yourself with all the points that you're going to get back.
I always tell them that with the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, you might get 18 uses. It's $18, so it's $1 a bottle. You can't get anything at the supermarket, any cleaning products for $1 a bottle. Just little things like that. You have to buy toothpaste anyway. You don't want to buy toxic products. And I say to them, look, I've got 200 points sitting in my LRP. It's worth about $300. I use that for my shampoo, conditioner, so I'm getting it all for free. I use my points to buy all those sorts of things. My deep blue capsules and my headache pills. I use peppermint as a good example all the time. When you look at peppermint, the amount of products it cuts out of your life. You've got Panadol for headaches and a fever. You've got Rennie, Metamucil, Imodium, all the digestive products. Ant Rid, get all your insect things. So, you know, like, if I went to a pharmacy and someone in the house had constipation, but someone else had diarrhea, someone else had a headache, I'd be buying 3 different products straight off the bat. So really, and it's much more expensive. When you're looking at $25 a bottle of peppermint, but $15 for 24 Rennies, it's 24 uses for $15. It's quite expensive. And just show them how they can save money.
Yeah, maybe that's my issue because I don't buy all that stuff that you just mentioned. So I can't tell them how much they're saving because I already did all that natural stuff. So I wouldn't even think about that. Like Rennie, I haven't used that ever.
No, I've never used it either. Lots of people do. And I don't use any of those things either, but people do. And that's the thing we need to be aware of. People are using all these things that we could get in an oil. Like, people are using sleeping tablets. People are using Curash creams and all sorts of different creams and, like cold and flu tablets, asthma puffers, all those sorts of things that people are using all the time. They're quite expensive. They're quite toxic. So maybe show them how much cheaper it is and how many uses they all have. You know, in the Essential Business, there's the list of, I think it's top 10 oils and uses. It's in the file section. Print that out and have that with you all the time and go, look how many uses there is for Easy Air, or look how many uses there is for lavender. You know, think of how many products you would need to buy at the Chemist Warehouse that you could replace with just a bottle of peppermint or just a bottle of lavender.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or anyone else? Come on, Stormy, what do you got?
Nothing. Yeah, I was actually agreeing. Meaning, I think that my next one, my game plan will be to show them your list of where the toxins are in our home and what we can now replace them with, and maybe plant the seed for them, because, you know, people don't like to think, so let us do the thinking for them and tell them how these top 10 oils are going to replace all these shitty toxins that they already have, you know. I think that's going to be my game plan.
Yeah. I think that I've really come to realize that in the last 2 months or so, is like, you know what, people don't give a shit about their liver, about their skin, about whatever. Like, people live with so many illnesses that they ignore and ignore until it just goes boom, and then they kind of have to do something about it. But all along the way, like, the amount of people that tell me there's nothing wrong with anybody in the house, it's like, come on. Like, people do have issues, whether they like to admit it or not. And if we can show them how they can save, even if it's just in cleaning products or I think a lot of people more resonate with the money side of it than the toxicity. You know, then you get your handful of people that are fed up with doctors and fed up with not getting answers and all those sorts of things. You get some people are health minded without all those issues.